And welcome into this semifinal game between La Roca out of Utah and the Premier Explosion, who are out of Pennsylvania. Both teams looking for a shot at the title. As this La Roca team, they are coached by Felipe Diaz. They're in the white shirts, white trunks, and they are going right to left on your screen. This Explosion team is in their lime green shirts, blue trunks, and they will be going left to right on your screen as this game is just getting started. A lot riding on this game. The semifinal game is an early chance crossed in for La Roca and kicked out for a free kick. Both of these teams have played 3 games this week. This is the semifinal game. Finals will be played tomorrow. "90 games in total being played here at Mohawk Sports Complex over the past week. Games started on Tuesday, and that was the start of group play. Group play continued Tuesday, Wednesday, and finished up on Thursday, where we ran into a lot of rain delays. Each game was pushed back about 2.5. As an early throw goes out for Explosion on the far side of the field. Games wrapped up Thursday night after a long day on Thursday. Each team got an off day on Friday, as it allowed the teams that got knocked out in group play to travel home, and the teams that are continuing on to this tournament a day off. The first 2 days of the tournament, Tuesday and Wednesday, we were fortunate with the weather as it stayed fairly cool throughout the day, warmed up as the afternoon went on, and then Thursday the weather was an absolute mess as storms came through in the morning, and that's what caused the delays. As soon as those storms burned off, there was a steady rise in the temperature the rest of the day. Temperatures rose up close to 100, so it was nice for these teams to get a day off on Friday. And here's Explosion with an early chance, and saved by the keeper. Both these teams coming from opposite ends of the country. One in La Roca comes from Utah and Pennsylvania. So Pennsylvania is where Explosion is based. Both teams having to adjust to this humid weather that the Midwest brings, as they might not be used to it, as that's out for a throw in on the far side of the field. Both of these teams with an easy path to this semifinal game, as they were both the top team in their respective groups. As this is touched out and rolls over the line for a goal kick. And looking over this La Roca team, they already have some players that are committed to schools and are looking to further their soccer playing days in college, as a chance for Explosion down the right side. Crossed into the middle. Still in play as tiptoeing down the end line. As this is eventually cleared out from La Roca. As I was saying before, La Roca has 5 players that are committed to schools. Borges, number 6, heading to Utah. Lopez also heading to Utah. McCormick, number 19, heading to Utah Valley University. And Colohan and Welch are heading to BYU. So a lot of talent on this Roca team, as all those universities are D1. And I'm sure that a lot of these players will get looked at even if they aren't committed to university yet. This is the U16 matchup, so still some time for these girls to find a college of their choice if they do choose to continue to play on. The weather today has been nice so far. It was quite hot this morning for the first games that started at 8 a.m., and that is Central Standard Time. They are expecting temperatures to rise throughout today as the ball rolls to the keeper. One of the reasons it's supposed to be so hot today is there's no cloud cover. And when you do get into the Midwest, the humidity rises along with the heat, so it can be very wet at times, as here comes Explosion down the left side. And played out wide, and no one's there, and that goes over for a goal kick. The road to Oklahoma has been a long one for each team in this tournament. This is the last big tournament of the summer, as school's right around the corner and will be starting here in the next month. These teams have been traveling all over the country this summer and are looking very on top, as there is plenty of work to be done from both teams. This is the semifinal matchup. A big stage for both of these teams and each player on each team. As that ball goes out for a La Roca throw-in, and they look to push. Well, I spoke to a few coaches before the game for La Roca, and they really trust the ball. They will occasionally play it out of the back and let their forwards chase it down, but it's mostly possession that they like to do. Explosion does like to play it out of the back and play it forward. No chances yet for either team. And a shot on goal here is mishit and will be handled by the keeper. Zola in goal today for Explosion. She has had a few tests early on, nothing concrete. And a free kick now at midfield for Explosion. The complex has started to dwindle down from where it was the first few days as teams got knocked out in the tournament. And here's Explosion down the right side, crossed in. in the box and no one near the Explosion player, but she's unable to get it down. She does do a good job continuing in the corner. And now Roca controls and looks to push ahead. Important for both teams to find their space early on in this game. The nerves will be hanging around for the first few minutes, but important for both teams to settle in and play their game. This is a big stage for both teams. And this is crossed into the middle, and a chance on goal here. Bodies go down in the box, still alive. Cleared, and not far enough as a shot on goal here goes just wide, and we do have a player down on the field. That was number 21, Colahan, who was down for just a brief second. And play on, says the referee. We will be getting a water break here, and about halfway through the first half is Explosion looking to push. And they can't get a foot on it. And a first big chance there for Explosion. Mandatory water break will be coming halfway through both halves, and that is something that the officials here before the tournament decided they were going to do. Even on the early games, when the temperature hasn't risen real high, they like to give these players a water break. Those water breaks are tacked on and will be added to stoppage time at the end of each half. And they usually do try to keep the water breaks down to about a minute, minute and a half to make sure that each player and each team aren't getting and gaining an advantage from gathering around the coaches, but it does give the coaches a minute or two to go over strategy. And here's a boot out, and that finds the foot of Cardoza. And now Roca possesses in the midfield. And a good through ball played as they look to go to the middle, and it's deflected and out for a throw-in, a deep throw-in near the corner flag. A breezy day here in Tulsa, and it's a warm breeze as it's coming from the south. So although these players and spectators and officials are looking for a nice breeze to cool them down, but that is not the case here. And a possible handball that's not called. I think our cameras were the only ones that were able to pick it up, as the ref had a difficult angle finding it. And Roca's had the most chances early on in this game. They've controlled possession, and the ball has been on their half for the majority of this first half. We are early here in this first half, coming up on the 15th minute as the shot on goal goes wide, and that'll be a goal kick. Simkus is back, and she takes the goal kick, and you oftentimes see that in younger age groups. Sometimes the goalie can't kick it as far, so they do bring a defender back, and that's exactly what Explosion did there. Plenty of time here now for Roca, and that is Cardoza, on the ball. 0-0 here early on in this first half. Both teams trying to find their identity. Few chances on both ends. And now controlled in the defense by Explosion, as they look to turn up field. Roca playing well to their feet right now, as they look to start to produce the offense. And here's a shot on goal, but again, for the second or third time in this game, it'll go wide and out for a goal kick. Not a cloud in the sky here today at Mohawk Sports Complex. A beautiful complex, 12 fields stretching across. 90 games in total played throughout this tournament. It started on Tuesday and will wrap up with the finals on Sunday. The off day yesterday was very important to all teams, and you will see fresher legs today than we were seeing on Thursday, and so those teams were playing their third game of the week and back-to-back-to-back days. And this is sent in and easily handled. Just about halfway through this first half. And a shove on the ball. And a free kick. So an extension of the right arm there, and that is what it will call the free kick on. Roca will be looking to swing this ball in. Swung in and trying to find the head of Cardoza on the back post, but could not find her, and another goal kick. So a lot of chances are early on for Roca. No threatening chances per se, but enough that has kept the Explosion defense on their heels, on their toes, as the goal kick sent out towards midfield and flicked on. And calmly taken out of the back and kicked ahead. And that is going to be the first corner of the game for Explosion. Good job done by Maddie Elwell there as she shielded her body and was able to draw enough contact, at least from the ball deflecting, to have the corner kick. This is Pavel taking the corner for Explosion. Ball sent in. Good ball, but sails over the head of everybody. And that'll be out for a throw. 20 minutes into this first half. Still a 0-0 game. And now this free kick taken by Borges. And that will bring us to our first water break of this first half. So we will be back in just a minute or two, and you are watching the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we are back after the short water break as we continue the first half of this semifinal game versus La Roca and Explosion. Both teams looking for an appearance in the national championship game, so a lot riding on this game. And play down the left side now. Here is Cardoza, who controls. Looks into the middle. Colohan sends it over. Is trying to get onto it, but can't, and out for a throw in. And it's out for a goal kick. So it was touched barely there in the corner, and it was going out for a throw. Instead, they squander a goal kick, and this is the fourth goal kick taken on the game by Explosion. So that is a sign that La Roca's at least controlled this game so far. Explosion have one corner, but that is basically all they've been able to muster up here in the first half. And now played for La Roca, trying to find space forward. They cannot, and there's a foul, and that's going the Explosion way. Bodies collide, and they say the guilty culprit, is the forward from La Roca. Calmly played in the defensive half for La Roca. And now a chance for Explosion. And nice recovery there from Borges as she's taken down, and now a foul called. So that was a lovely job done. And now played wide is La Roca. Into the middle, trying to find space. They do. Backtrack to the defender, but she handles nicely. I would say La Roca has handled possession so far, probably 55-45, if not 60-40. Still a 0-0 game as we approach the 29th minute. Should this game go in and still be tied by the end of it, it will go to extra time, which is 2 15-minute periods, followed by penalty kicks if both teams are still even. And a mass substitution coming on now as two players come on. That is Garcia coming on for La Roca. Explosion down the left side. They've got a free in on goal and a shot and a goal. Tucked away into the corner. And a great shot there. So an early chance from Explosion as they go down the left side. And put the ball into the back of the net. A quick chance, really, as came out of nowhere. And so, Explosion take a 1-0 lead in this game. And that just goes to show that it doesn't matter who has controlled possession for most of the game. And free kick now at midfield. Brought down now, Cardoza. And she splits two defenders. Takes it outside, shot on goal. Still going, back into the middle once again, and finally an emergency clearance for Explosion. And now a long throw-in coming on for La Roca. Cardoza for La Roca as the most involved player early on in this first half. And so we stretch on to halftime, and it's still a 1-0 lead for Explosion, who just scored. And a chance now is La Roca trying to stay with it. Cleared away. And out for a throw. So La Roca is starting to put a little bit of pressure here as we get later into the half, as we have a few substitutions coming on now. And that's out for a throw in. So La Roca trying to push as halftime winds near. But they are unable to. And now here comes Explosion again as they are looking to push. Down, but the ref says that it was no foul. And this is switched over Two cards in. And now the ball being played on the far sideline. Throw for Explosion is cleared, and they will have another throw in. Important for Explosion to stay focused this last few minutes, as they would love to take a 1-0 lead going into the second half. This is played down the left side, and room. Crossed into the middle, deflected, and this is a corner kick. And that ball was handled easily on that corner. And a good job there from the Roca defense. And number 18, Bradley, there to sky up and keep the corner out of the back of the net. Roca now going forward. And a foul, and that'll be a free kick. And this is hit and onto the goal, but an easy save. So they try to lay it off. And a shot on goal is a wasted opportunity, really. And now a chance for Roca down their right side as they get it into the middle. Still going. Body's going down in the box. No call. Ball's still middle, and Explosion having a tough time getting it out. They finally get it out, but it's not enough, as here comes Cardoza, and now a throw in. So Explosion now just doing the best they can to keep the ball out of the back of the net before this half ends. And that's a foul, and now a free kick for Explosion, as we will be able to get a read on stoppage time here in the next few minutes, if not sooner. as the fourth official begins to put in the stoppage time, and it is going to be 2 minutes, so just a short 2 minutes here as we wind down the end of the first half. As that ball goes out for a goal kick. Cardoza controls now into the middle of the field. Comes La Roca. They're looking to equalize that goal before halftime, and now a foul called. As that was Colahan trying to weave through the middle and was eventually tripped up, and now a dangerous free kick for La Roca at the end of the first half. Two people setting up for the wall here. As this ball is swung in and left of the goal and out for a goal kick. And that is the end of the first half. So Explosion will take a 1-0 lead going into halftime as they look to punch their stamp to the championship game. You've been watching the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And welcome back into Tulsa, Oklahoma as we begin to kick off the second half of this semifinal match between La Roca out of Utah and Explosion, who are out of Pennsylvania. They are in the lime green jerseys, and they will be going right to left this half, and La Roca and the all-white will be going left to right as we get underway. Explosion took a lead in this first half, 1-0. La Roca had more chances than Explosion, but just could not get the job done. And they will be searching for that all-important equalizer as both teams have their eyes set on a national championship game. And now La Roca with a chance as they try to work it into the middle. They can't now. Goal kick. As an easy shot handled by Explosion as they continue their 1-0 lead here in the early on, I should say, in the second half of this semifinal matchup. And a trip, and luckily just outside the box for Explosion, but that it will be a dangerous free kick for La Roca now, and a yellow card in the first booking of our match on Explosion. So here's Cardoza standing over the ball. She takes a shot at goal and just over, and a good strike there. Almost sneaks under the crossbar, but can't get the job done. And now a throw in on the far side for La Roca. And now here comes La Roca as they look to push, kicked ahead, and so another good chance as we are coming up on 6 minutes into this second half. As La Roca now has it in the back. They look to push forward, and you would think that you will start to see a few more players going forward and taking chances in this second half for La Roca. Now La Roca takes in, body goes down, but no call foul as that was after, and it was accidental contact. And now here comes Explosion, and this is how they scored early on in the first half as they go down into the corner. And kicked out for throw-in. That was a good job by Agnew there as she shielded the defender and was able to get a throw in. Ball misplaced now for a free kick, or excuse me, a goal kick for La Roca. And again, out for a throw-in for La Roca. Or excuse me, for Explosion. Out on La Roca. It's a hot, muggy day here in Tulsa. The games tonight are now being pushed back. And now this ball taken for La Roca as they look to push. Now a throw in for La Roca. We are about 9 minutes away from our water break that will come in the second half. And now here's Cardoza with a free kick. This is sent in, back post. Bouncing around, still alive and cleared away, but kept in, and now here comes Explosion again as they have numbers pushing forward and a player streaking down the left side. And good recovery defense from La Roca as Explosion was pushing there. Now a player down as play stops. And now that player must exit the field before she is allowed to come back into the game. As now, after the injury, it's kicked back. And a shot is deflected. As this ball's played into the middle now. And cut back into the middle. And down the near sideline. As now Cardoza's got the ball and makes a turn. And she takes a left-footed shot. That's right at the keeper, as she will try to waste as much time as possible. And now here comes La Roca. Looking into the middle, trying to find someone in the middle, can't. And now they call a foul, so it will be a free kick for La Roca. And what could be a dangerous position. And this ball is played up and over for a goal kick. And now a fall in the Roca and going the Explosion way as a few words with the ref. As that is Lopez getting a talking to. And now a ball play down the left side that eventually rolls out for a throw in. And we are in our 59th minute of this semi-final match. As this ball is now in the middle of the field. And a good move outside. And continuing, and possible shot on goal here now to the right. Looking to play in the middle. Does. But it's eventually booted out. Now sent back in, and ball bouncing around there. And now right next to the goal and a shot. And whiffed. As that was the best shot on goal. Best chance for Bar. Still going. And now kicked out down the right side. And that's going to bring us to our water break of the second half. Explosion still leading this game 1-0. We'll be back in just a few minutes. You're watching the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we're back here now as we're done with the water break. Now a shot on goal and just to the right of the keeper. As this ball is now played forward for La Roca and a possible chance. Played towards the middle and on goal and deflected and out for a corner. This ball's headed up and deflected and almost deflected in, but saved, and now a foul on La Roca player. As that is Azola who's down, the keeper. And now we'll get looked at. And after the keeper gets looked at, she looks to be going back into the game. So about 15 minutes left in this game as Explosion still lead 1-0. As we await the stoppage in play. And now we will take another water break for these teams. So we'll be back in just a second from Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. And now, as we get started, that little water break, short break. As this ball's sent in and it's captured by the goalie. 1-0 game still here for Explosion. So they are looking to really nail down the defense here in the last few minutes of this game. Now led on there, and Cardozo trying to chase it down, but can't. now here comes Explosion looking to add on to their lead and send their team into the national championship game. And the Explosion player continuing down the left sideline, and eventually slide tackle clears it away. And a foul there as and that ball's deflected and the keeper gets it easily. And here comes Explosion down the left side looking for that insurance goal. They can't find it, and tense moments here now in the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game. Does not include stoppage time, which we will get. Here's Carbosa. She cuts it inside, and she is tripped up in the box and pointed to the spot. And a penalty shot. So a penalty shot upcoming now for this team. And it is Carbosa who will be taking the penalty. And an unbelievable turn of events here in this ball game. Upsets Carbosa, and she puts it in the goal. So we have a tie game with inside 5 minutes left to play, and this game looks to be heading to extra time. And now we're back, so wow. A huge turn of events as late in this game, Roca equalizes. And this game looks to be heading to extra time. Still plenty of time for both teams, as we're probably going to get 3 or 4 minutes of stoppage time. And now here's Explosion with the chance as they go down the left side. Crossed into the middle, and no one's there, and it's continued on. This ball's played, tried to play it back into the box, but couldn't, and it goes out for a goal kick. Well, now a throw in for Roca as both teams with their hands on their knees and hips. As this game is coming down to the wire. And here comes Roca, and they're looking to get another goal late in this game. This game is starting to get stretched out. Here comes Explosion now. And that's played down the left side. Back to the keeper, who does enough to clear it out. As we're coming up to our last few minutes here in this game. Explosion takes it away, settles, still in. And now a ball sent in for Roca, and a shot on goal is a great save and a follow, and no one can kick it in. Ball's still alive, down in the box, and now in the middle for a wide open chance, and it's saved once again. Unbelievably saved from the keeper, who did a terrific job of keeping it out of the goal. And a great matchup coming down. Great game coming down on Field 6 at Mohawk Sports Complex. Now here comes Roca looking to push up the field. And Roca still has it now at the top of the box. And now lays it off, trying to get that last goal and cleared from Explosion. A late goal in this game is looking to put this into extra time. Now here's Roca, still carrying now into the goalie's box, but calmly taken. Well, now a free kick in what will be a pretty dangerous position for Explosion as they look to go ahead in this game. They took the lead in the first half, and it was a 1-0 game until the 78th minute when a penalty kick was called on Explosion, and it was converted by Roca. And that was Arsley Cardoza, who has been the man of the match so far for Roca. This ball's sent in and bouncing around and out, but still in the box. And a shot on goal is taken. Now here comes Roca. They look to win this ball game. Into the middle they go, and back to Cardoza, who continues to carry the ball, and now played ahead, and now a chance at goal. Shot in the middle and right to the keeper. And that is the end of full time, so we will be going to extra time here, and we will be back from Tulsa, Oklahoma in just a few minutes. of U.S. Youth Soccer. Liberty Mutual Insurance, the official sponsor of U.S. Soccer. Mango, an official snack of U.S. Youth Soccer. Nestle Nesquik, the official post-game drink of U.S. Youth Soccer. Nike, the official supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer. The NSCAA, proud partner of U.S. Soccer. Olive Garden, the official dining room of U.S. Youth Soccer. Sports Authority, the official sporting goods retailer of U.S. Youth Soccer. And the Wilson Trophy Company, the official awards, medals, and pin supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer. And we are just underway in the extra time here in this ball game, as teams will play two 15-minute halves. No golden goals. And now a ball taken here for La Roca. And it's pulled back. And pulled down in the box, but no call, says the ref. And now a chance in for La Roca, and a good save there from the keeper. Gabriela Sola, she has been a brick wall back there for Explosion today. She gave up her only goal on a penalty kick. That was a tough call in the box, but that's just the way it goes. And now a chance and a corner in extra time for La Roca. Send into the box, and again Zola there, and she takes care of it. And now taken in from La Roca down the left side. Taken outside, swung in, and no one there, and now a goal kick. And so both teams with no chances yet. You can tell both teams are really tired now at this point in the game, as they've already played the full 80 minutes. And now they are into extra time, which is an extra 30 minutes, 2 15-minute periods for both teams. After the 15, they'll switch ends. And taken in the box by La Roca. And now play down the left side. Here's La Roca with a shot on goal, and Saved by Zola once again. And a free kick now for Explosion as they look to get on board first in this first half of extra time. This ball swung in. And it's out for a corner. Ball swung in and a header at goal, and it is a goal! A goal in extra time as Explosion takes the lead. Wonderfully headed in, a run from the 18-yard box, and this really goes back to the goalkeeping from Hizola, as she has been absolutely dominant in this game, and she has kept Explosion alive, and they get a goal in extra time with about 6 minutes left in the first half of extra time. So Roca again finding themselves down, looking to equalize in the semifinal game with the national championship on the line. And that's kicked out, and that'll be a corner. And kicked out for an Explosion. And unbelievable job there. Explosion now pushing and finding a player in the middle, but it is a little too far and caught by the keeper. A few minutes left here in the first half of extra time. And that's out for a goal kick. So Explosion still leading this game after a goal in the first half of extra time. And just a minute or two left here in the first half of stoppage time as this is sent in and goes out for a goal kick. As both players on both teams just pinning over on their knees and their hands on their hips as they have put everything they have into this game. And that is the end of the first time of extra time, so we'll be back in just a few minutes for the rest of this game as Explosion takes a 2-1 lead here in extra time. Of USYS Soccer, Liberty Mutual Insurance, the official sponsor of US Soccer, Mango, an official snack of US Youth Soccer, Nestle Nesquik, the official post-game drink of US Youth Soccer, Nike, the official supplier of US Youth Soccer, the NSCAA, proud partner of US Soccer, Olive Garden, the official dining room of US Youth Soccer, Sports Authority, the official sporting goods retailer of US Youth Soccer, and the Wilson Trophy Company, the official awards, medals, and pin supplier of US Youth Soccer. And we're just underway here in the second half of extra time. $15 minutes left for Roca to equalize and send this game into penalties. And this is played near the end line and out, and a corner kick. So taking their time here was what Explosion is going to do. And this ball's sent in and away for Roca. So really it's a matter of which team can dig down deep in these last 13 minutes of this game. And if you're Roca, you've got to realize that this is it. Your season is over. Once this game is over, and a foul and a free kick. This ball's batted around in the box and still alive, and finally just a big kick downfield. You're going to see Explosion really pack it in these last few minutes and try to keep Roca out. Both teams so tired. Now down the right side is Roca, and into the middle. And cut outside and back in. And a shot on goal, but cannot put it in. Looking for that equalizer still is Roca. And after it's played at midfield, it's out for a Roca throw-in. About 11 minutes left in this game. Roca searching for an equalizer. And now a free kick for Roca just inside midfield, practically at midfield. So they look to send a long ball in. And now a quick free start here for Explosion as they take it to the left side, looking to go to that corner, and that's exactly what she does. Trying to waste as much time as possible. And back to that corner. Two bodies go down, but play on, says the referee in yellow. Now a turnover at midfield as Roca looking to push ahead. Now played out to the right. Looks to cut inside. Now looks to lay it off and find a streaking runner, but can't get it out all the way. Explosion. And the referee says play on after 2 feet get tangled up. Now a foul and a free kick. 2-1 still the lead as Explosion grabbed the lead in extra time. And here's the free kick swung in. High header, and it's up, and it's just missed. An unbelievable chance there. As it was swung in, and a player was free in the back post. And here's the free kick swung in. High header, and it's up, and it's just missed. As you can see, that was just headed just wide right. As we move in to the last few minutes of this ball game. Roca looking to get the equalizer for the second time in this game. They were down in regulation, and they got a penalty kick with about 3 minutes left. They converted on it and sent this into extra time, but Explosion have taken the lead once again. There's a few subs come in now. 2-1, still the lead for Explosion. We apologize for not having the time up, as our clock only allows us to go to 100 minutes, and we are past that now. Both players now in the corner. Sent into the box. And here's Carbosa again as she continues to go, and Explosion doing a good job making sure there's no contact in the box. Now that's down, and the best player of this game, Cardosa, is down. And now she will be asked to leave the field as she came up holding her head. So they are going to have to sub her back in. Now turned and just outside the box. Now onto the left foot and a shot on goal, but it goes just wide. Roca continues down the left side, but it's kicked out promptly and a long throw in. And still in the box, LaRocca. It's kicked in the middle, and oh, if a foot gets there, then an easy shot on goal, but now a corner and one of the few last chances for LaRocca. It's played in short. Not cleared out all the way quite yet. As LaRocca comes back into the middle. It's played into the middle, but no one's there. Cleared out, but not far enough. And now sent in, and they do have the offsides flag up. And now here comes Roca with another chance. Cutting inside, then out. And still going outside. And now it's kicked out, and it's a corner. Oh, now they're saying it was deflected, and it's not a corner. Just a few minutes remaining now, as Explosion still has the 2-1 lead that they gained in extra time. Now here is La Roca. It's kicked out, and it is a corner kick. As they're telling everybody to push up now. Even the keeper has joined the action. As everyone's pushing up now for this last effort. It's sent in and taken by the keeper. And now a goal kick, or a free kick, as they say. The keeper, Azola, was bumped. And that is the final whistle. So Explosion is sent into the final. And La Roca, after putting up a heck of an effort, will be going home. We will be back for tonight's games. We want to thank you for joining us. In Tulsa, Oklahoma's Explosion wins this game 2-1 and goes into the final. You've been watching the 2015 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships.